that I met you.
Hi everyone, so my previous video I mentioned that I'll be sharing with you some of the way that I do my planning of my wedding using Excel sheets, and you know Excel sheets are important in most of the wedding event planning process. So because one of you mentioned that you want to have a look at my Excel sheet, and there you go, this video is just for you. And okay, so I'm going to show you my screen right now. Let me just prepare my screen. There we go. So now that you can see my screen, so this is the overview preparation plan. So I removed some of the details because I keep it confidential, right? Otherwise it won't be a surprise. Okay, so what I do is that first, on my first sheet, I actually have a checklist of things that I need to do. So it's very clear whenever you enter the document, you know that okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. And then once it is done, right, I would just color code it. Okay, so let's say I've done the gown. Then I will just highlight it with a color or whatever color you want, just to make myself know that okay, I've done this. So it gives you a sense of satisfaction. I mean, at least for me, I'm not sure about you, but to actually see that most of the thing is done. So actually, at this point, I actually have not done this yet. So I would have to reset. Actually, at this point, I've only done up to like point 13, so I have another few more things to go. So I just list down some of the few things, and sometimes I will adjust and change. Like for example, let's say if I have already done the vows, then I will actually shift it up. So you have to remain flexible when it comes to planning and things like that. Or maybe you find that I want to do this, I've already rented a suit earlier, then you just put it up. Or you find that this is more important, then you just put it up. So it really depends on the market. Like for example, one of the first thing I did unknowingly is actually to find a makeup artist, because I didn't know that it was quite difficult to book a suitable one. So that's that. Okay. On my second tab, it's the vendors that I actually worked with. Yeah, so most of the vendors requires you to pay a deposit, and then after that the second payment and third payment. So it can be a bit messy, so it's very important for you to note down. So let's say I have chose a location. Let's say I found it at, okay, let me see of a hotel. Which is the most popular wedding hotel? Okay, Fullerton, for example. Fullerton Hotel, and then you just write down the number of packs. Like let's say you have maybe 100, because now they increase to 100, and then the rates, maybe let's say they put it at 250, that sort of thing, and then the total cost. And then after that I'll put in the payment details, like first deposit paid on 3rd January, something like that. And then the remarks can be like, oh, paid by bride, or something like that. So you it's very clear when you actually have all these details recorded down. And then when you're doing the recce process, and when your initial stages of planning, right, you just list down everything. So in my actual spreadsheet, I have a couple of rows, because every time I go for a site recce, okay, I'll just put in whatever details I have first. Then after that, once you finalize that choice, then you can just remove the rest. Okay? So the best thing is to record everything here first, like just throw everything here. Okay, so that's that. Live stream, makeup artist. Okay, logistics. Okay, so I also have a logistics page for myself, like what are the things to bring, and then the theme of my wedding is blue. And then for example, we have the holy matrimony. What are the things that, who's gonna bring what? So like the quantity, and then the cost price, and then the notes. And then very important is the collection of the ROM cert, because we'll be doing our external venue. So I need to tell myself like what are the things I need to bring, and I really have to list it down, because my fiance is a little bit on the disorganized side. So I have to like tell him exactly what to bring, so that at least there's a checklist for him, and also for myself to also see, because on that day itself there's a lot of things going on, a lot of like events after one another leading up to the main wedding day. So you really need to actually stay focused and jot down everything. And then on that day, I also need to write down what are the things that I myself need to bring along with me, and what Samuel needs to bring along. So we both agreed that no, we're gonna keep it minimal. A lot of things will be brought by our parents, or the groomsmen, or the bridesmaid. So even though we can carry ourselves, even though that we rented a chauffeur and a car, but it's best to just let the other people settle, or your sisters or your brothers to settle it. Next up is the guest list. So the guest list, right? Okay, mine is very straightforward because it's just 20 people. So I just put on the family, the headings, and then you just need to write down the contact number. The relationship is important so that your your bridesmaid and your groomsmen know, like, you know, who they are and their name and how are they related to you. And then also the dish or any preferences. Are they vegetarian? Do they want this or that? Like for the restaurant, it's myself. They can choose. They have a choice of 2 dishes to choose from. Yeah. And then the seating arrangement will be at the side. So it'll be very, very clear. And playlist of songs. So we haven't finalized this yet, but these are the songs that we want to play. We need to have a separate playlist for the live stream as well. So we're going to do that. So we're going to loop the video. So yeah. And then I have another one, which is the overall schedule. Okay, wait, let me just. This is the copy. Okay, so this is how the wedding day schedule overview looks like. And okay, okay, so what I have here is the time. Okay, like I like everything to be a little bit condensed. I don't like, although it is good to be like very detailed, but I also don't like to be over detailed, because when I look at the Excel sheet, I don't want to have like so many information that I don't know which one to focus on. So I just focus on a couple of things. So when I look at the wedding schedule on that day itself, what do I need to do? I will look at this. So I'll write down the timing. Some of them have this like column for duration, but I don't, because I think it's not necessary. So I just write down the event details. Like for example, at 4:30, okay, maybe you can say like bride and groom to wake up or something like that. So there could be something like a wake up call if they can't wake up each other up, that sort of thing. And then person in charge can be like maybe like me, you know, I in charge of calling each other to wake up, whatever, and then contact details, blah 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 blah. Okay, and then important notes like what do I need to take note of, like 4:30, what must I prepare, like I have breakfast or whatever thing. So okay, let me just give you maybe a little bit more example, like maybe 7:30, right? Okay, because in our wedding we're going to have a first look. It's something that not many couples do it because it's a very Western thing. So our first look is actually at 7:30. So we can do like a first look, and then I will say like videographer to meet Samuel at the place first, because I want the videographer to be with Samuel. So all these little things, like it needs to be reenacted in your mind, like exactly who to go where to go. So I, like for example, if I want to do the first look at my house, so I actually gonna not do it in my room here, but downstairs outside. So I'm not gonna tell you, gonna give it a surprise, so that on that day you will know where is it. Okay, anyway, so where am I talking about? Yeah, okay, so I will get the videographer to go and meet Samuel so that he can set up blah blah blah, and then I must take into consideration how much time is required. The person in charge maybe will be the videographer, and then I also probably have to tell him exactly where we're going to stand, like where is the angle and things like that, where is the camera going to be placed, and then his contact details, and then maybe important notes, like maybe you want to provide some breakfast for the videographer, that sort of thing. And then after that, I have a schedule for each of the vendors that I work with. Like for example, the driver also needs to know the time, and usually they will ask you to send this main page here, but I recommend not to send them all these details, because I do not know, they may not be sensitive, they may not be confidential, but it'll be very cluttered for them to look at it. I mean, if let's say as an individual whom I don't really know what's going to happen in your wedding, I just need to know the important details. When I look at this, it'll be very messy because I do not know where to look. So the best is that you take it out, condense it, and then make a proper schedule just for each of the individual. Know the timing, the pickup time, and then the pickup point, as well as the arrival time. That they probably need to know about this. And also for my brides and groomsmen, yeah, bridesmaid and groomsmen, like the reporting time, and then like yeah, like for example the reporting time, and then what they need to do and things like that. Alright, so that's it for my video for the Excel sheet on my wedding preparation plan. It may not be as detailed as other people, but like I mentioned, it is best to do it by yourself, yeah, so all the best for your wedding if you're planning a wedding, post COVID-19 wedding especially, in Singapore especially, or elsewhere in the world. I hope you find this useful. And if you like this video, please like this video, and you can share it with your friends. It's free. I don't charge. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.